Now that I've lost everything to you, you say you wanna start something new, and it's breaking my heart you're leaving. Baby, I'm grieving, but if you wanna leave, take good care. Hope you have a lot of nice things to wear, but then a lot of nice things turn bad up there. Oh baby, baby, it's a wild world, hard to get by just upon a smile, yeah. Oh baby, baby, it's a wild world, I'll always remember you just like a child, girl. You know I've seen a lot of what the world can do, and it's breaking my heart in two, 'cause I never wanna see you sad, girl. Don't be a bad girl, but if you wanna leave, take good care. Hope you have a lot of nice things out there, but just remember there's a lot of bad and beware. Oh baby, baby, it's a wild world, hard to get by just upon a smile, yeah. Oh baby, baby, it's a wild world, I'll always remember you just like a child, girl. La 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 la. Baby, I love you, but if you wanna leave, take good care. Hope you have a lot of nice friends out there, but just remember there's a lot of bad and beware. Oh baby, baby, it's a wild world, it's hard to get by just upon a smile, yeah. Oh baby, baby, it's a wild world, I'll always remember you just like a child, girl. Got it. Hi there, Martin here from Jazz Beginner Guitar. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Today I'm looking at Cat Stevens' Wild World, taken from his Tea from the Tillerman album from 1970. Fantastic album. If you haven't heard that album, got to go and get it. It's a really, really good album. The guy who was running his record company at the time, Chris Blackwell, said it's the best album he's ever heard. That's pretty good, isn't it? There's a follow-up was pretty good as well. Teaser and the Firecat. I think I've said that right. I hope I've said that right. Yeah, that was the follow-up. But his albums are great. Even Matthew and Son, I've got that one. I've listened to. I love tracks on the acoustic tracks on there. A lot of strings. There was a lot of gloss used across his acoustic guitar. That's why I love the 1970 version, which is the live YouTube version, which seems to have the most hits. It's just him playing, accompanied by a bassist and a guitar. I think that's right. There might be a percussionist in there, but it's nice. It's raw. It seems to be a bit more timeless. Fits in today's catalogue a bit better. The live the recorded version's got perhaps a bit too much piano for me, tapping away there. So in this version, what I'm teaching, I'm kind of reflecting. I'm looking at the 1970 version, although I will address the recorded version, which they're kind of the same. So what I'll do is I'm going to look at that as I go through on my song sheet. But anyway, just some bits about the song. What was the song about? It's always good to see the context. 1970, Cat Stevens was dating a lady called Patty D'Arbanville, I think that's how you say it. And a lot of critics again have said that this song is all about leaving. Obviously they'd split up, so it was obviously maybe tears of happiness or tears of joy, I don't know, tears of sorrow. He said himself on that 1970 version, it's about him. He wrote it, here we go, it's a song, he wrote, apparently before he tried to make a second comeback. The guy was only 23 and he's on his second comeback. Wow! Most people don't get a comeback, let alone a second comeback. So anyway, Cat Stevens is fantastic for a reason, and he's well known for a reason. That's why we're copying his songs. Yes. So that's really the information I've got about this song. So without further ado, let's jump on in and look at that song. Okay, to the song. The song really, you could break this down into just two parts, which would be the verse and the chorus. The reason for that is the intro and the verse is the same. The middle eight is the same as the verse, and then you've got the chorus. So really there's two different parts. There are some lovely fills and rundowns on different versions, really. On the recorded version, there's lots of rundowns which we can have a look at as we go through. So what I'll do is I'm going to follow the song sheet through, looking at the verse, the chorus, and I'll address any strum patterns because I think it's kind of quite varied as you kind of go through. Right, okay, I'll just play the intro through once so you've got this in your head. And rest. Thank you very much. Okay, so what we've done there, so we've got an A minor. If you're starting out, let's look at an A minor. A minor is B1. Second finger goes up to D2. Third finger, G3. Strum, bottom 5 strings. A minor to a D. If you're just starting out on a D, you can play this slightly easier D, which would be first finger on G2, second finger on B3, and then you can leave the open E there. And if you're strumming it, just make sure you're hitting the bottom 4 strings. If you're quite confident with your D, of course you do your regular D, which is G2. Second finger comes down to E1, and your third finger goes there to B3, bottom 4 strings. Now, Cat Stevens, he hoists his thumb over. Hoist, I like that word. He puts his thumb over the neck here. If you watch the video, and he's playing F sharp bass. It's up to you if you want to do that. You can just, if you're working on your D, really, it's going to be quite tricky for you. So you can do your bottom 4 strings. If you want to take on something a bit more challenging, you can put in that F sharp. Remember that note. E2 down here is the same as that note at the top. F sharp. It's quite a common thing to do, to put the F sharp bass on the D. Okay, so that's a side issue if you want to. Other than that, just stick to your 4 strings at the bottom, nice and easy. Actually, he's strumming quite lightly on the recording, so it's unlikely that he's catching this F sharp. However, the bass will be taking care of that, or the second guitar, of course. The third chord is G. Again, if you're working on your G, start with your third finger on E3, bottom 4 strings. It gives you 1 G, beginner's G. Stick on a G that rock school use when they're starting out. Of course, if you're a bit more advanced, you can use the full G, which is first finger on A2, second finger on E3, and of course that third finger down there on E3. String number 1, the thinnest string. Nice and jolly there, hey? Okay, so there's a G, and then, so let's just put that together. So we've got A minor, if I can throw in my my voice just to give you a guide, a context. suppose 3 little down strums will help you if you're starting out. That's kind of the pattern you'll see in a minute, but I'll move on. The next chord, the 4th chord, is C. One point on the G. Cat Stevens is doing this type of G. You want to have a go, just change your fingers. 2nd finger goes to A2, 3rd finger goes to E3, pinky comes down to E3. Quite tricky. Quite useful to use both, really. My pinkies are a little bit lazier. It's good training for the pinky in particular, that tends to be a bit wonky and wobbly. Okay, so. 5th chord is D minor. If you've done a D minor here, you've got E1, 1st finger, 2nd finger goes to G2, 3rd finger goes to B3, bottom 4 strings, D minor. Apparently that's the saddest chord. I suppose it depends on how happy you are at the time. It could be a poignant chord, but nevertheless that's our 4th chord. Is it 1, 2, 3, 4? Actually, it's our 5th chord. I've missed out one, which is F. So let's just jump back. So there's a D minor anyway. And I'll move back and put in the missing one, which is F. Now F, you're learning your F. There's 2 Fs. There's 3 Fs if you want. Could be 4. But just playing here, there's a beginner's F, which is 1st finger B1, 2nd finger G2, 3rd finger D3, and if you can muffle out the bottom string, or should we say the top E, some people call it, and that's kind of quite safe. Got an F major, bottom 4 strings. If you open up and let that E through, you've got an F major 7. It's a bit jazzy. It might work in the context of the song. Let's try it out. Therein lies the issue. It's quite prominent, isn't it? You can leave it in while you're learning, and just start to begin to make that bar shape here. So ideally you want that bar as a beginner. What Cat Stevens is doing, he's doing a more fuller G, which is, again, is the bar here. He's moved from that position to that C, and now his other fingers are coming in to join, and he makes that F shape. Now that F shape is quite tricky. It's the bar on E1 and B1. Your thumb comes over and grabs low E1 at the top here, thick string, and your 2nd finger goes to G2. Your 3rd finger goes to A3. Your pinky goes to D3. So you've got that E shape chord there, which, you know, there's your E. Jump up 1 and bar, you've got your F. Quite tricky to do, but have a go. It's that F, and of course there's that F if you're used to that bar. 1, 2 and 3. Hope that addresses the F issue. The last chord, let's just put that all together so far. So, I've lost everything to you. You say you wanna start something new, and it's breaking my heart you're leaving. And then we finish that with an E. That progression there, should I say, with an E. E chord, 1st finger on G1, 2nd finger on A2, 3rd finger on D2. All the strings you can strum. All strings strummed. So that bit would be, and it's breaking my heart you're leaving. So I'm just doing 3 strums on each here. It keeps in the beat. Excuse me. Keeps, shall I say, within the rhythm of the song. You can add more as you get more confident. And then that, yeah. So he does a little there. So I'll just put that in so you can hear it. It's breaking my heart you're leaving. I'm grieving, baby I'm grieving. Kind of strumming on the words, kind of emphasising the syllables in the words, isn't it? Baby I'm grieving, breaking my heart you're leaving, baby I'm grieving. Okay, so sorry about singing out key a bit here. I'm suffering with hay fever. Okay, so carry on from the E. Baby I'm grieving, baby I'm grieving. That'll kind of do you there. So I'm doing a. This is for the baby I'm grieving bit. Is a. Baby I'm grieving, baby I'm grieving. Keep it simple. Let's do a. Baby I'm grieving. For now, you can add in more as you get more confident. That would be a down, up, down, up. Baby, I'm grieving. Which is down, up, up. Baby, I'm grieving. Back in. If you wanna leave, take good care. Hope you have a lot of nice things to wear. But then a lot of nice things turn bad out there. Now here's the variation on the. You've got two parts to the verse really. It repeats, and on the last part there's a G, or a G7. I think he's just playing the top here. So G, but let's do a G7. Sounds quite nice. You can do a G. You found G7 too tricky, and I'll show you what I'm doing. Okay, so you can, so there's a G7. There is a riff that you can put in to copy the piano, which is quite tricky to be honest. I'll have a look at that in a minute, let's come back to that. So there's G7, which is first finger E1, second finger A2, third finger E3, all the strings strummed. Okay. On the live version, there is. I'm going for a. I think I've played a G. I'm going to drop off the G, and I'm doing that rundown. So that would be. As things turn bad out there. This is a regular G, which is first finger A2, second finger E3, third finger down here on E3. Just leave that hanging and play the top four strings. You don't want to catch, you can't get down there, yeah. However you can, it's fine to use that one. But then a lot of nice things turn bad out there. And the rundown, I've let go and I've jumped into that rundown what the second guitar is doing in the video. Excuse me sniffing. It's D3, two picks, strike it twice. Down to D2, so we've got, and then he drops in to the C chord for the chorus. So let's just try that then. Hope you have 1, 2, 3, 4. But if you wanna leave, take good care. Hope you have a lot of nice things to wear. But then a lot of nice things turn bad out there. You can do another pick there, you can go. So that'll be 2 on the D3, D2, 2 on that, and then 2 on the open D. And you drop into the C, which is the chorus. Or if you want a bit more emphasis on your pick as you drop into the chorus, you can hit a few more the middle strings all together, so you get this. Gives it a quite nice step up really into hitting the chorus. Entirely up to you. Okay, so there's one other thing I'll address before I move on to the chorus, is that G7. If you want to do this tricky, more challenging rundown, I used to do it, and I can do it from time to time. It is this I'll play it once through. You have a lot of nice things to wear, but then a lot of nice things turn bad out there. It's kind of copying the piano, it's not exactly the same. You could try this, which would be a simpler version, which is play the strum on G7, take your finger off, pinky comes to B3, open, there's variations on that rundown. You can do endless rundowns on Wild World, whichever suits you, but as long as you're close to the original and you get the idea of the rundown, which is really part of a C major or A minor, because this song is an A minor, C major being the same notes in the scale. So if you know your C major, we'll have a look at that, another rundown in a minute. So okay, let's look at the chorus. Okay, the chorus then, let's just play it through. Just upon a smile. Okay, without any rundowns, you're always going to get that little strum at the end. So once again, let's walk through it then. So it starts on C. If you haven't looked at C, let's just have a look at C. I might not have done a C. Ooh. Okay, so anyway, so it's to make a C chord, you are B1, B1. Oh. B1, second finger goes to D2. Can't remember doing this, so I might not have told you about C. So anyway, here it is. Third finger goes to 3, A3. Now you can strum, when you're playing this C, try and aim for the 5 strings. You've got C bass. Okay, if you're doing a different type of G, there is also that G which can be done, but I think Cat Stevens is using this one. There's that C also. Let's stick to this one just for now. Nope, I'll tell you about it quickly. So if you want to make the bigger, more fuller C, which is a G bass, put your third finger up onto E3 and your pinky comes in then to take the place. You get a fuller G, so you've got that option as well. So let's go back to this C, which is called an E, C sharp, C/E. It's got an E bass if you need it. But you tend to just strum the bottom 5 strings. Anyway, stop babbling. So here's the C. So again, you can do that 3 strum thing, carries on. There's a nice little strum if you were learning. Do that in the middle. So let's do that again. Oh baby, baby, it's a wide world. That strum pattern there on F is quite nice, isn't it? So that's a down, up, down, up, up, down. And that could fit in the other places where he's strumming on the E major, for example, which I kind of don't think I addressed that. So that's quite nice there, and you can do that again on the second part. So watch this. Oh baby, baby, it's a wide world. It's hard to get by just upon a smile. Oh baby, baby, it's a wide world. like a child girl. And then that lovely chord sequence, it leads them back into the verse, which is D minor, which we've done. D minor, E, and you go back into the verse. So that's the chorus. There's some nice bits going on in the chorus. There's a rundown which you can do. Now this is the C, this is the part where, let's have a look, let's go through again. So, oh, baby, it's a wild world. I have seen guitarists do it, which is really, it's like a piano, no it is, it's like a lead, it's an acoustic guitar playing it on the original version I think, possibly with a piano doing something similar. But it's this, it's start on the actual C note, because you're playing a C chord, aren't you? So you're, oh, baby, it's a wild world. That kind of fits in. Probably not exactly what he's doing. So let me just throw it into the song so you can hear it. Oh, baby, it's a wild world. It's hard to get by just upon a smile. Okay, did you get that? That'll do me, because then I've got to get to that G chord. I can't do any more. I'm limited on the lead guitar side of things. Okay, so this is what it does. B1, open B, you're going to second finger, this is, you obviously keep around, stay around the C chord, G2, and then open, then third finger goes up to D3, second finger goes to D2, then play open, third finger goes to C. You can continue if you want, you can carry on running down the C chord, but I tend to go from C to C. Drop into the G. Hard to get by, yeah? Hard to get by. It fits nicely. Okay, now the other one then, let's go do the other riff. Riff or rundown. Let's just get to it. So, oh baby, it's a wild world. It's hard to get by just upon a smile. Oh baby. Pause, straight off. Okay, so that is different ways of doing this. I kind of like jumping out of the chord and doing this little lead run, or you can play it within the chord. So anyway, so it's 2 on the E3, which is a G note, 2 on the A, 3 on the A, which is a C note. So we've got and then I do an open A. Kind of what they're doing. Back in. Oh baby. It's quite hard to drop in on the vocal actually, sorry about that, but I have to do it just so you know where I am. Yeah? The magic finger. Like this, pointing. I do some of my lessons and my students copy, so don't play guitar like this. This is to show you what I'm picking and what I'm playing. E3, E5 twice, A3 twice, and then open A once. Back into the chorus. Okay? Let's do those both now in context. Oh baby, it's a wild world. Hard to get by just upon a smile. Oh baby, it's a wild world. I'll always remember you just like a child girl. Okay, So that's the rundowns. There is another way of doing that rundown, which you stay in the C chord and you raise your thirds. Quite tricky this is. You mute it slightly if you want a full effect, or you don't, it's up to you. Muting, of course, is putting your fleshy hand on the bridge. Make sure you give it voice and you can hear it. So yeah, so third finger. Comes up to E3 twice, open A underneath, third finger goes back down to play A3, and then off again. Oh, I don't know why I quite for letting go and having a little bit of a lead in there. I quite like that. That was a little bit harder because your nail catchy, just so you can reach off. Have a go at both. Yeah, all helps, doesn't it? If you're playing, you're learning anyway. Okay, so hopefully that's helped you. Let's just see what else is there. So we've done the verse. We've done the chorus chords. I've talked about the chorus chords. I think I have. So let's have a look. So let's let's do a walkthrough on the chorus. C, ooh, G, baby. It's a F, wild world. That F or that F. Back to G. It's hard to get back to F by just upon a smile. C. Back to C, again start on C again, should I say? Oh, G, baby, baby, it's an F, wild world. G, I'll always F, remember you, like a C child, girl. Then back D minor, back into the verse chords. Now, as I said, the middle eight, or should we say the break, where he goes back into the la 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 la, is the verse chords, and he comes out of that by strumming on the E. Middle eight is the same as the verse chords. I will put a song sheet on my website to follow through. So let's just have a look at that middle eight, or the break, shall we say. So it's A minor, la 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 D, la 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 G. La 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 C, la 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 F, la 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 D minor, and E. Baby, I love you. There's that strum pattern again there to highlight. That's that down, up, down, up, down. Baby, I love you. But if you wanna leave, take good care. Hope you have a lot of nice friends out there. But just remember there's a lot about it. Beware, G beware, or beware. Or depends which riff you like, or you prefer, or not at all. Just strum your G7, or to you. All various options there that you can work on. Okay, so the only other thing, so we've been through that, so we've got intro, verse, chorus, another verse, chorus, break, or middle eight, whatever they call it. I call it break, it's easier, it might not always be eight. Break, which is the verse chords, back into another verse, or yeah, half a verse. When I say half a verse, the break and that part of the verse makes up a whole verse, if you get what I mean. And then we've got a chorus again, and then we've got another chorus, and it finishes. I think there's two choruses at the end. Now there's one other thing I've left out, and that is the slight hesitation he does on the chorus, which is quite tricky. Now I did it on the end. in my performance, you can see. I find it quite tricky, so I saved it till the end, although he does it twice in the song. So it's this part. Oh, baby, baby, it's a wild world. It's hard to get by just upon a smile. Oh, baby, baby, it's a wild world. I'll always remember you like a child girl. Now, how's he doing that? So, oh, baby, baby, it's a wild world. I'll always remember you. He's kind of doing the same, but he's doing one. Just punctuating. He's pausing slightly on the F, so you get this. Always remember you like a child girl. He finishes the song on the C. Hopefully that has that slight pause there you can work on. Just rewind the video and have another go at it. Or leave it out completely until you're completely at ease with the song. So it's pause, always remember you. Okay, rather than going straight into, he's leaving off, he's not starting the G on the word I'll, he's holding off till always and just doing one strum. So that's really, he's leaving a gap. And then he's coming in on the word always rather than the word I'll, which he did before, like this. Oh, baby, baby, it's a wild world. I'll always remember you. Do you see there's the contrast there? He's coming in actually before the I'll on the G, so he's literally stepping into it. What he's doing is missing out that part, coming in on the always. So you get that. I'll always remember you just like a child girl. And he finishes, leaves the chords hanging on the C. That's it. Okay, thank you very much. I hope that's helped you in some small way. And whatever you're doing today, have a fantastic day. Happy strumming. Say you wanna start something new, and it's breaking my heart you're leaving.